Welcome back to 504 Road Trips. In today's video, we continue west on US Highway 192, concurrent with hidden State Road 500 North, beginning at mile 70.2 as we leave Melbourne and enter West Melbourne. US 192 is still West New Haven Avenue here, and the road has 2 lanes in each direction divided by a grassy neutral ground. Note that along this corridor, speed limit signs seem to show up in pairs, sometimes only a short distance apart and sometimes almost side by side. In at least one spot, possibly back in the previous video, they didn't even agree with each other. West Melbourne was created in 1959 partly to avoid being annexed by Melbourne and to avoid ad valorem property taxes. It's grown into one of Brevard County's fast-growing suburban cities, with an estimated population of 31,378 as of July 1, 2024. The city's median household income was $92,986, and its median owner-occupied home value was $377,100 in the 2020 to 2024 American Community Survey. On the right is Melbourne Square, the enclosed mall that opened in 1982 on land that had once been an orange grove. It was developed during the era when large regional malls were reshaping suburban retail, and has seen the usual parade of Florida department store names over the years, including Ivy's, Jordan Marsh, Burdines, Belk, Dillard's, Macy's, JCPenney's, and more recently Dick's Sporting Goods. For visitors, this part of the Melbourne area also puts you close to downtown Melbourne, beaches across the causeways, Erna Nixon Park, Hammock Landing, and Space Coast events like the Melbourne Arts Festival, Aviation Day, and Oktoberfest. We now enter June Park, which is not a city or town, but a census-designated place in unincorporated Brevard County. It had an estimated population of 4,255 in the 2024 American Community Survey. June Park sits between West Melbourne, and the edge of the more open interior of Brevard County, so it has a mixed character. Along US 192, it still feels commercial, with roadside businesses and services, but the neighborhoods just off the highway tend to be quieter and more residential. Brevard County itself was established in the 1850s, and its name is generally attributed to Theodore Washington Brevard, who served as Florida's comptroller at the time. The county's identity changed dramatically in the 20th century with the growth of aerospace, Kennedy Space Center, Patrick Space Force Base, and the launch industry. That's why a drive like this can move from beach access and suburban shopping to space industry branding and rural Florida surprisingly quickly. John Rodes Boulevard begins on the right. This is County Road 511, which heads north from US-192, then continues through the Melbourne area as Aurora Road toward O'Galley and US-1. As we cross Coastal Lane, we re-enter West Melbourne. Interstate 95 is now visible ahead, with Miami signed to the south and Jacksonville signed to the north. This is also a callback to our completed I-95 series, and you can see this interchange from the interstate in road trip number 1120. From I-95, this is exit 180, a diamond interchange where US-192 shifts from a city commercial arterial into a more open highway. West of I-95, US-192 becomes known as Space Coast Parkway, a name that fits because this road leads straight into Florida's Space Coast, the part of Brevard County shaped by Kennedy Space Center, Cape Canaveral, launch viewing, aerospace contractors, and the whole 321 liftoff identity. The development around the interchange is still active, with hotels, fuel stops, apartments, and new mixed-use growth, but the feeling changes quickly. Once we get past the interchange area, the dense strip begins to thin out, and the road starts to feel like it's leaving the Melbourne urban area behind. The speed limit rises to 65, and the highway stays divided with 2 lanes in each direction. This is the inland side of East Central Florida, where the landscape opens into pine flatwoods, drainage canals, scrubby vegetation, pastures, and low wetland areas tied to the broad St. Johns River basin farther west. After all the signals, shopping centers, and commercial signs, it can feel like we're approaching the end of civilization as we enter the Florida wilderness. We conclude today's video at mile 64 as the skies begin to darken in that familiar warm afternoon Central Florida way. Of course, as we'll see in the next video, if you don't like the weather here, just wait 5 minutes and reassess the situation. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, please give us a thumbs up, subscribe, leave a comment below, share and follow us on social media, and join us for our next 504 road trip.